And beyond that, naturally, beyond the driver analysis, you can do some price image index, which is nice to have because it's really good stuff to do PR with if you do it on your own. And here, for example, we have like compact class, premium segment. Here we have the 3 brands we were looking at. So you can have a standardized price image, and you can do a positioning of that brand within different splits of the contributing image dimensions. So this is maybe too complex to go into details now, and it's too much focus on the automotive industry. It just should show you how much you can do with that in order to find insights, what you can do with your pricing strategy beyond lowering the price. Okay, why do I show you all that? I basically want to motivate you to take part in a syndicated study because it turned out to be very helpful, as you all know, to have international benchmarks for that. And after we did this CRIP study, we wanted to make this study really crisp and clear and for everybody helpful in order to bring this stuff to market fast. So what do we want to do? We want to focus on retail and fast-moving consumer goods because from our position, retail and FMCG, we had a very hard time in getting across our pricing expertise because they do pricing completely different than we would do it for any other industry. So price image here was the missing link. How we want to do that? We want to do a CAVI study. We guess it's about 12 minutes. And we want to understand the price image per respondent of about 2 to 3 brands, let's say fast-moving consumer companies. That would be interesting for fast-moving consumer companies and retail. We designed that syndicated study also in the, in respect to maximum output. We designed it that way that it should be really simple for each participating country. That means we are defining the questionnaire, we are defining the questionnaire in English. We will do the analysis and we provide you with a standard report. And we will also, if we really agree on CAVI, we would also do the programming so that you do not have to do the programming. So we would program it and use the different languages so that every country can use their language. It makes the analysis later on easier because we do get data in one format instead of several formats from different countries. And it makes it easier for the participants because they don't have to program the whole stuff. The output would be a report, for example, where you immediately have the index values. I mean, the index values would be highly interesting for PR. You would get the index algorithm, so you can use it your own. You don't have to get back to us later on if you want to use that continuously. Maybe you want to set up a yearly index in your country, whatsoever. So everything is possible there, I guess. And we would provide you with a sample report so that you can use that to also present in this area or in the fast-moving consumer good to potential clients. This report would look like that. You would get different profiles for given brands. You see along those dimensions the different evaluations, along those price image driving dimensions. You would get the hierarchical driver analysis like you just saw it. First level, the drivers for price image, second level, the driver for each of those dimensions. And you would get the price image index. What's the timing behind that? We would like to know definitely who's taking part by end of September. Then we do setup, translation, and field work probably in December, and end of Q1 we would deliver, or we plan to deliver the report so that you can use it maybe around Easter or something to do some PR work. So that's an insight saying that price image is more important than we currently, or it's currently taking into account by classical research approaches. And the second thing is an invitation to take part in this basic study. So let me know who wants to do that. Thanks.
Some questions. Does it have to be CADI? Could it be done online?
Well, CADI would be the easiest. We could do CATI too. You know, I'm saying that it could be, generally it could be everything. I'm just focusing on CADI or CATI because it would then be possible to program the whole thing centrally in Munich. And that would make the analysis later on easier. If I would do it the other way around and say, this is the questionnaire, translate it, do whatever you want, but send me the data, I would get X different configuration of data, which I had to merge then afterwards. So if it turns out to be a problem, then we can either go for CATI, or it's possible that one goes for CATI and one goes for CAVI. Problematic, it's only if you do it on a paper, one by one, personal interviews.
I'm not clear on how you would do that, given that people probably are operating their CADI on different platforms.
Well, normally do that, like we do it also with our fieldwork. We program our own questionnaires and then hand it over. We get, the fieldwork agency gets links that they implement in their CATI system, and that's fine.
Or you have to have a web-based interface to be able to use that as the...
You need to have web access, sure, internet access.
So we just log into your system and run whatever you want.
But you can really link that into your CATI system, so everything, the field control is still in your environment, but as soon as the interview starts, it's on our server. There are technical solutions to that.
And you were saying FMCG, what categories do you think you'll look at?
That we have to decide together. We just said that it probably, the lowest hanging fruit is FMCG.
Okay.
They are the least educated in pricing, also because it's mainly driven by the retailer's gut feeling, which always tends to be lower, lower, lower. So there's a lot to win. Also there's no, they don't have really a technology where they, or a tool where they can optimize the prices of so many different things other than using scanner data. But, you know, that's...
Would you want to harmonize the brands right across all the countries, or is it okay to have some brands that are unique to some countries, and obviously retailers that would be unique to each country?
Well, yeah, probably it would be nice that if we could agree on some brands that are at least in some countries.
Yeah.
But I have no issue in having brands there that are only in one country but very prominent.
Okay. And you look at the retailer price image as well within that, so it might be
that we have to define. I would rather focus it on the fast-moving consumer goods. Make it less complex. We can do this the next time or whenever.
Yes.
But Florine, if we want to get global benchmarks, we'd want to say take preferably a global brand like Barilla Pasta or something like that that's everywhere.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That would
ideally
be the core.
Yeah.
But I imagine that every country has some brand that is local and really important for that market.
Yes.
And I would not spare that.
So maybe some of each.
Yeah. We need to have a core. We need to define that.
Can I just ask, what happens after this though? Because I mean, do we end up with a sort of black box that we have to come back to for Cactus to do the analysis for, or is it something that we could take forward ourselves?
No, that's what I just said. I mean, the index algorithm will be available to all participating carriers. From my experience, this is really, it's really hard to make this thing be used if you're not doing the maths yourself.
Yeah. So that implies, so do you need a sort of fairly high level of analytical capability within your company to do that? Within Focatus? No, I mean within your company.
No. Once that's defined, as long as you don't want to change it, as you can, I don't care.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a problem. We've got our analysts do it, but I mean, someone who has.
Well, it will be an easy equation afterwards.
Okay.
And what sample size do you consider for this study to control?
We have to define. I did not. We started at that time when we did CRIPS. 500 was the sample size that turned out to be quite reasonable and gave us enough data. So if you ask me out of now I would probably say around that.
And was that countrywide?
At that time, yeah. We should really, I mean, the focus of this is, if you want to take part in this, the goal from my perspective should be, you want to push that topic and you want to market that and bring the issue on the table of price image and strategic price image management thereafter. And then, you know, you don't need to have a full coverage of all brands and everything. But you should have some kind of sample with some kind of international benchmark.
Right. I mean, the point you're making is a demonstration.
Yeah,
You're
it's a
saying,
demonstration.
you know, look what we can do for this particular industry. You can apply it to lots of other places.
Well, plus we have articles that, or the text that we could provide you in English to, and you could just copy it and send it out or adapt it to whatever form you want to. And it's a jump start, so to speak, for everybody in this topic if it is of interest. And it doesn't have to be a syndicated study, like an official syndicated study. It's on interest basis. Anybody who wants to participate, fine. Anybody who doesn't, fine too.
But you're going to do it. I mean,
We will participate.
yeah. So we'll at least have the U.S., we did it, the U.S. and Europe.
Right.
Well, I really see, my experience is that this topic has never been touched before, and it really fills a gap in understanding consumer choice, and broadens the focus on all the levers the company has, and also is a good. We actually did a project where that was primarily intended by the producing company to teach retailers how they should sell their product and not underprice it. You know,
Yeah.
it's much about teaching retailers not to go too low, or for teaching them with what products they should be marking their position and with what they should earn money.
I was at a workshop recently with one of our leading drinks companies. They make cider, and their budget for general marketing this year is half of what they had last year, because half of the marketing budget is gone to discounts. And they said they think next year it'll be even more. So they're just cutting the price.
vicious.
They're already on the wrong path.
Oh yeah. So
They all absolutely.
and there were probably 6 research agencies that work with them sitting there looking at these guys saying, okay, we'll be doing even less next year because we're just going to discount more.
Yeah.
Because the retailer is telling us we have to, or they're going to cut our throats.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Is it Coca-Cola?
No.
Because Coca-Cola is cutting budget.
Yeah, I think everybody's doing the same thing, but basically they're saying that the retailer, in this case largely Tesco in Ireland, is telling them, okay, we just want more discounts, or we relegate you to a worse position, or we don't stop you.